you managed to go through most of your WWE career kind of avoiding any in-ring physicality, but your very first angle involved Jeff Jarrett placing you in a figure four leg lock. I mean, what
Yeah.
was that experience like with Jeff? And when that was happening, were you kind of thinking, what the heck have I got myself into here?
Well, that when you say that I actually, did you say that I avoided being in the ring for most of my career?
No, you took a fair few bumps along the way, but
A
maybe
lot.
not as many as maybe you'd expect over how long you're in WWE. But
Oh,
there
I
were a
took a
bunch.
lot. Let me tell you something. When we did the 25-year countdown
Yeah.
and we showed all these clips, I couldn't believe how many storylines I had been involved in. I forgot how many storylines. I forgot how many bumps I took. But it was so fun. And so it was just month number 2. Like I got there August 23rd of 99. And in September, I was thrown into a figure four. And they asked me, it was a whole Jeff Jarrett angle where I think he was going against China at the
Mhm.
time. And so it was like he was picking different females to do these things, and China could go in and, save the day kind of deal, or to infuriate her even more. But they asked me, they're like, hey, do you mind us, putting you in the figure four? They showed me who had got it the week before. And I think it might have been the seamstress the week before. But anyway, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, I could totally do that. Like I loved I've always been athletic in my life. So I loved like having the opportunity to do that. To me, it was fun. I didn't want to be a wrestler full time, but being thrown in every now and then, totally up my alley. So it was so fun. He never hurt me, by the way. That was all me acting. And it looked so real. And people were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. He totally is awesome. But it was fun. And that just kind of led when they saw my excitement and they saw how I could actually pull it off and make it look like I was dying.
Yeah.
Then they started throwing me into more storylines.
Did you ever think that maybe I could move into wrestling as a in-ring talent?
No, they asked me if I wanted to do that. But boy, when I saw what it took to be a wrestler, I was like, okay, I have to choose. I don't feel like I can be a ring announcer. And I loved being a ring announcer. I thought it was so much fun. It was just like, it's almost like, the Greatest Showman, right? Where you're like the host of the show and you're setting the stage. I mean, it's just so awesome. It's such a fun job. So I loved it so much. And I was like, okay, there was so much to learn on that. And I was learning on the job that I was like, there's no way that I could do this and also sing, because singing has always been, the forefront of my entire career, just something that's so important to me. So I knew that I wanted to continue to sing. I felt like there's no way that I can do that and then become a full-time wrestler, and be good at any of them. So I was like, I don't mind if you guys throw me in every now and then, and I'll do the best that I can. And then but yeah, no. And I also didn't think it was fair for me to learn 2 or 3 moves, have a match, and then call myself a wrestler. I was like, no way, because the time and commitment that it takes to be a wrestler, I didn't want to take that away from anybody.
But did you learn to take bumps? Did you learn to take flat backs and all that kind of stuff to be safe, or did you
Nope,
just literally no?
nope, none of it. Just everything that you saw me was right then in the spot that we did. The only move that I practiced was taking the Samoan drop from, at the time he was Jamal, and then later he was 3-minute Umaga.
Mm.
But we practiced it, and man, did it look amazing. The only thing is we practiced it on a mat, something very cushy that we lay on our practice mat. When I actually did it that night, I didn't realize that the ring does not have any cushions. I didn't realize that the ring is actually board, like plywood board, which is why you hear the slam, which is a whole nother respect that I got for the wrestlers when I said, you guys sign up for this, to do this. Now that one hurt. I'm not going to lie. That one hurt. And there was no way that he could have protected me on that move. It is what it is. I mean, I went from way up high to slamming down. And the next day I felt like a Mack truck hit me because I wasn't used to it. Right. But boy, does it look good. God, I'm still so glad I did it. It looks so good. And it was a lot of fun.
That 3-minute warning gimmick was brilliant. I mean, it didn't last long, but I still one I really fondly remember all these years on. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it really was. And then when he lands on me and he does the splash, it looks like that looked even worse than the original, but that one didn't even hurt at all. I mean, he was perfectly landed, but he didn't touch me, which is crazy to think when you see it.
Incredible skill.